Hey everyone, did you know that only 18% of the people will buy from a personality that is the same as theirs? What about the other 82%? I want a piece of that action. Do you? Do you want more yeses? I think so. Yeah, we all do. I do. I know I want a piece of that 82%. I mean, nothing's ever really 100%, but really this is about as close as it gets. So I have the secret code. Would you like the secret code? I have the secret code. This is my secret code. You've all heard that sales is a numbers game. I get it. It is a little bit, but really, sales is a people game, people. It is definitely a people game. This little deck of cards, very little, only 4 cards. This will get you more yeses. And this is a fun thing to carry around. You know why? Because everybody loves their favorite subject, themselves. So who doesn't want to learn more about themselves? Everyone I know does. I do trade shows with a line of supplements I sell, and I bring these cards with me. And people have almost more fun buying these. Now, as it turns out, my supplements are also colorful, so it kind of matches and it goes over really well. But I haven't been anywhere. I haven't been to a party. I take these to parties. I haven't been anywhere on all my calls where people don't just love looking at this. They love it. All you have to do is put the cards in order. And this is my order. This is my personality type. So bank code is the code to the bank. This is Code Breaker's beautiful invention. Thank you, Sherry Tree, for inventing this and for being the founder of the company. This is the most fun I've ever had teaching people how to understand another person. If we had these cards, if every single human being on earth had these cards, we probably wouldn't have any wars. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't, and we'd all get along better. And we'd all have probably no divorces either. If you understand that it is not personal and it is personality, and this is it. And just so you know, I have them for kids too. We have them for kids. So kids can play, they get symbols and pictures. So much fun. Anywhere. We have the digital version of this as well, where you can send it to someone. If you sign up, then you can send it to someone. And so these cards are a blast and a half, because on these cards are various values, and I will read them all to you. I just wanted to talk about them for a short bit and just say how wonderful this is. This is like having the code to a lockbox. I'm a real estate agent as well, so I have lockboxes. You can't get into the lockbox unless you have the code. So this is the code. If you find out what the person's personality is, you will then know how to communicate to that person so that they don't think that you're just after their money. And you're not just after their money. Hopefully you're trying to do this out of integrity, and you're trying to sell them the correct car, house, I don't know, skincare. It doesn't really matter what it is that you are selling. These are the keys. They're so much fun. And you know what? I'm sure that by now a whole bunch of you have tried other personality assessments, and they're fun. They're fun and they're okay. They're all based in psychology, and you know that's great. Bank code is based in biology, and by biology I mean B-U-Y-ology, not the other biology, the one that we learned in school. Although If we had learned this in school, this would have been a lot more helpful, although the other biology is certainly good. But everything in your life is sales. Don't you agree? If you think about it, men, when you're asking us women out on a date, aren't you trying to sell us on you? Right? That is a sales gig right there. When you're trying to talk your children into eating broccoli, that's a sales job, right? That's selling. Everything, everything is selling. If you're discussing where you're going to go travel on your next holiday and you're trying to talk your spouse into, I don't know, Bali, because that's where you want to go, that's a sales job, right? So everything we do is sales. So if you think you don't know how to sell or that you're already doing it, if you think you don't, you need some special skill, you do. These. These are easy. Once you know about the person, you've all heard the person has to know, like, and trust you. Well, how are they going to know, like, and trust, right? But with this, they're going to know, like, and trust you faster. It's just the way it goes. And it's so much more fun. And you get to focus on the person. And isn't that what sales is all about? Is creating a relationship. It doesn't matter that this relationship is 5 minutes old or 10 minutes old or 10 years old. You have what it takes to understand that person better, not yourself. You already know yourself. if you have these cards. And this helps you to learn at least a little bit. It gives you that little edge about the other person. And then you know how to speak to them. And I'll get around to reading this. So this is your secret code. And it's so much fun. And it's so much fun learning about biology. I love giving this to friends, family. Oh my gosh, marriages would be so much better. We'd probably have less divorce for sure. Schools, this would be a really great subject to get into schools, which I would love to get this into schools. And I'm now just in the process of getting it into like companies and corporations and just creating, a stronger and better culture, just an overall stronger emotional intelligence for everyone. Period. I mean, everyone's working on emotional intelligence because we've strayed. We've gone as a human race. We've gone somewhere else. I'm not knocking the almighty dollar. I love it. I love nice things too. And I love having different properties. I'm a real estate agent. I can't help myself. I see a house. If I can't sell it, I want to buy it. And even if I can't sell it, I still want to buy it. It's always, always so important to create a relationship and to make that person feel like they matter, that they're not just a dollar sign and that there is something there. There's a person there who's going to take care of them. I mean, that's what my whole real estate thing is all about. I can't just throw people into the fire and hope for the best. No, I have to tailor the search to them. Like, that's just what it is. Can you imagine if we had this in schools, or if the professors had it in colleges, let's say, or universities? If doctors had, dentists, doctors walking into that office, wouldn't that be wonderful? Corporations, absolutely, absolutely amazing. So I'm going to read you a little bit about this because I'm going to read the values on each card just to give you a little nugget of what I'm talking about so you can understand. So I'm just going to tell you that this particular personality is absolutely the best one to sell to. So this particular personality is called action. Why people matter. And this particular personality values freedom as number one. So freedom is the most valued value, the most valued value. Just let's have some fun. And I'm this personality. So that's why I like to giggle and laugh. And every single thing I do has to have a component of fun. It has to happen. So freedom, flexibility, spontaneity, action. They are the first ones to take action. Opportunity, Oh my gosh. We love a good opportunity. We will tell you, hey, sign me up first. We're the first ones to sign up. We are. We're the first ones to hop on because we see everything as an opportunity, a new business. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Excitement. I get excited. We get excited. If I get excited and I'm telling you, oh my gosh, look at this. I found this really great oil. Oh my God, you have to try this. This is the best oil in the world. Like, that's just how we talk. We get excited over everything. Attention. Oh, we are such attention seekers. We absolutely love attention. Stimulation. Oh my gosh, please. We need stimulation, mental stimulation all the time. Probably my biggest enemy in the world is boredom. Boredom. I'm telling you, these people get bored easy. You better capture their attention, and then you have to hold it, and you have to hold it for a long time. We like competition. We're a little bit competitive, a little bit more than competitive. We love winning. I have a stack of awards over here. We love winning. I'm not going to lie. It is what it is. I love winning, period. End of story. If I'm going to compete, I'm going to at least try to win, for sure. I'm definitely going to have fun because that's what's on here, and then image. So we're the people that are going to buy your designer clothes, designer glasses, designer everything. This is how it's going to roll. Oh my gosh. So, and we have the nurturing personality. So I'm going to talk about the nurturing personality because the nurturing personality is a little bit different from us. So they value relationships first. So these people, this person, when you meet them, you'll probably do a high five. But this one, if you don't hug them, like there's a 95% chance that this person wants to be hugged. There's a teeny tiny section that might not work for them. I don't know who that would be or when that would be, but this particular person loves getting hugged. So relationships are first. If you're selling to this person, that whole excitement thing is nice, but one, you'd better put your phone away, and you'd better not be looking at your phone the whole time that you're talking to them, because they want to know that you care. They want to know that you care about their whole community, not just them and everyone, and that this is where this is coming from, and we're doing this for the betterment of the planet. 10% of our proceeds go to a charity. Like, these are the kind of things that they need to know. If you want to sell to them, they'll buy, but it's got to have a higher purpose, and it's always about community. So relationships, authenticity, personal growth. Okay, authenticity, you'd better show up real. They're not interested in any kind of made up version of you or anybody else. It's just not their thing. Personal growth, they put a huge value on that. Significance, yeah, they need to be made to feel that they're significant, and they also in turn want to make other people feel like they are significant. Teamwork is the name of the game with this. Teamwork, that is a huge thing for them. Involvement, they all want to get involved. These are your volunteers. You're looking for volunteers? Go to these guys. Go to the nurturers. They love volunteering. They're the first one to volunteer. This one will volunteer too for a short time because it's a short attention span. This one will volunteer and commit forever. Community, we've already discussed that. Charity, yeah, charity. Ethics, harmony. You'd better be in harmony with this person. They're not working with you. If you don't jive, God bless you, and off you go without them. That's what's going to happen. They don't wish anybody bad, but they won't work with you if they're not aligned with you. Morality, huge. And contribution. This is what's important to this person. And if you notice, when I was talking about the action, my whole voice and all my excitement was like this. And now we're talking about the nurturing. The nurturers. Oh, they're so lovely. It's so nice to meet you. You're so lovely. You're so beautiful. I love your energy. These are those people. Now, let's go to these guys. So these are the opposite. These are the opposite to these people here. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. These two frequently will marry each other. I did. Introvert. An introvert who liked a little bit of attention, but not always. Where I was comfortable on stage, he was comfortable on a different stage. So this is the blueprint. Blueprints are very professional. You're going to greet them with a handshake. It's going to be very professional with a proper amount of distance between the bodies. There will be no hugging. There will be no high-fiving. And if you have an appointment with this person, I'm just going to tell you, if your appointment's at 11, if you show up at 5 to 11, you're already late. So I would suggest if your appointment is at 11 that you come at 10:30. You should come a half an hour earlier, and that would be on time. I know. Don't say it, because I know. Because I'm these two. These guys are almost always late, the nurturers. Almost always. This one's almost always late. And I know people that have lost accounts because of that. This is what they value, because if you don't show up on time, they see that as a very disrespectful thing. Huge. So let me read you some of their values. Stability. Stability is great. And they also will speak clearly, quietly, succinctly, and they will be very professional. So structure, systems and processes and planning. They love planning. Please let them plan your trip. You know you don't want to do it anyway, so you may as well let them. So predictability. They are so loyal and predictable, and you can count on them. I love them. I absolutely love them. Responsibility, duty, rules. Oh, this one thinks rules are meant to be broken. That's the only reason they exist. This one loves rules. Don't break them if you want to work with these people. Credentials. If you have credentials, bring them out for this person. The whole doctor, the reverend, the everything else. Everything else that goes, yes, bring out the credentials, the titles, everything. Whatever you have, PhDs, bring it all out. And tradition. This is the most traditional out of all the cards. I have friends that are traditional, because Lord knows I'm not. So that leaves us with the K's, the knowledge. These are by far the smartest people on earth. They have all of the information, or at least most, or they think they do. And if they don't, they will find out. If you ask these people a question, they will go and find out if they don't know already, if they don't already have the answer. These are difficult people to sell to. You typically cannot close a knowledge. They will ask roughly about 20, 25 questions. And when you've answered all 25, they will then say, thank you so much. I now have enough information to go home and research some more. And this is what they will say. And you need to be okay with that, because there's no chance of you chasing these people down and pressuring them into anything. If you have a one-day sale, they don't care. Don't tell them. Just leave them be. Answer the questions. They will go home. They will research. They will think. They will come back when they're ready. It could be a year. It could be a month. It could be a week. It could be a day. Well, it's probably not going to be a day, and it's probably not going to be a full year, but I have seen it. Very, very specific. They would prefer if you never touch them. These are the biggest introverts right here. They don't like being touched. Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, he's a hardcore knowledge. That would be, Spock from Star Trek. He would be the perfect example of this card. Just leave them alone. If you have to shake their hand, they might not, they might just say, hey, but they would probably prefer if you didn't touch them at all. And they would probably prefer not to be there wherever they are. And there's people there. they're not going out they're not going to go out on stage if they don't have to. They will, just to talk about what they've researched and found, but that's about it. They're not, no. Let me read you their values. Learning, that's huge. They are probably the most intelligent beings on earth, for sure. Intelligence being the second one. Logic. Everything is logic. They're the scientists. They're the technology people. They're the engineers too, although we do have some blueprint engineers as well. Self-mastery. Technology. Research and development. That is probably the most perfect job for this particular personality. Knowledge. They're actually called knowledge. Science. That's their thing. Universal truths. Oh, so just loving it. Expertise. They don't want the specialist to take care of them. They want the expert in that topic or that disease or that food or that anything. They want the expert. That's what they want. If you're not an expert, competence. They ask you a question, you had better have the correct answer. None of this faking it, lying. They're going to catch you and immediately lose respect for you as soon as they catch you lying. Don't lie. Just say you don't know, and you can find out if it pertains to whatever work. But there's a good chance that they'll walk away from you, because if you don't know, then, accuracy. Your answer had better be accurate. And finally, the big picture, which is where I stand with this card. So really great personalities, all four fantastic. But knowing what they do, what they're like, will really help you. Like, I had a friend of mine, she has a son that is this. She is a hardcore this. And she kept trying to entertain him from this angle. He doesn't like that angle. He likes this angle because this is what he is. So for a long time, they had a tough time communicating. When she found out about these personalities, she loved it. She thought, oh my gosh, now I understand. Now I understand why he doesn't like the big parties. And I think she went out with her husband. They were meeting up with some friends, and the friend said, well, I also invited so-and-so, but it doesn't look like they're going to come. And she happens to know this person, and she goes, so-and-so is this, and they don't really like going out too much. We are both this, so we love going out all the time. The more the merrier, but they like staying at home. They like ordering in or cooking for themselves or whatever, or hiring a chef if they have that kind of capabilities to do that. And it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And so when you know this, now you understand how this is really is the secret code. Like, there's so much more to these personalities. This is just the beginning. And I did want to share a lot of this with you. But this is just the beginning. This is so amazing. When you take this to corporations, the culture of the office immediately just levels out, and everyone calms down, and nobody's walking away being hurt and going, oh my God, this person said this person is so honest. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the most honest one. He'll give it to you straight between the eyes. The delivery is not going to be handled all that great. They're going to tell you how it is. If you can handle that, and if you appreciate it like I do, then okay, then we're good. And you can say whatever you need to each other. This one might get hurt, you know. This one doesn't want to be touched, and this one wants a full-blown hug. Believe it or not, they end up marrying each other more than you would ever think that they do. These two go together, and these two go together. And it's opposites attract all the way. And it's just emotional intelligence for everyone, because this is what we do. This is what we do. Opposites absolutely attract. But the amazing thing with everything is that you can help everyone in the office, in the building, in the family. Oh my gosh, husbands and wives, can you imagine? In schools, teachers with other teachers, professors with other professors, teachers with students. If they understand how that student learns, I mean, not that you can tailor all the learning so completely individually to everyone, but you understand why this one's quiet and why this one's loud and why this one is constantly seeking attention and this one doesn't want any part of the attention. This one could be on camera all day long. The other one doesn't want anything to do with it, hides from the camera. And when we understand each other, oh my gosh, isn't that really the answer to peace and love? When we can respect each other for who we are instead of ridicule each other and just make fun of each other. Why make fun? And I'm sorry, but how boring would this world be if we were all this, all jumping around, or if we were all quiet, if we're seeking security all the time? Who would buy all this stuff in impulse? I just want to discuss cars a little bit, because here's a great example. Mercedes, probably both, or maybe Volvo, because it's sturdy, because it's reliable, because it's this and that. This one, no, because it's nice. Give me a Ferrari because it's fast and it's a status card. You know, this is just the way it is. This one wants a van because they want to fit all of their friends and family and community and neighbors, and everyone's got to fit into that van because they're off going over there and they're going to have a barbecue in the park. And that's why they need the van. Tesla. Electric cars, probably, more than likely. Not always, but more than likely. So that brings me to the end. And I really just wanted to introduce this concept to you so that you can see how beautiful this is. We need to bring this into corporations, into schools, into families, everywhere. It needs to be spread around like love. It creates much, much stronger and better communication. It saves a lot of time on people going to HR with hurt feelings because so-and-so said this, and this is what's important to them and not important to her and him and this and that. Oh my goodness. Just ups the productivity now that we all understand each other. That's the key. It's back to relationships. It's back to people, and it's emotional intelligence at its best. With strong communication, you will for sure, absolutely 100% get more yeses. So with that, thank you so much for listening. And I hope you all have a fantastic and beautiful day. Let's make this world a better place.